Good morning to you. It is hashtag finally Friday. It's August the 16th. It's blazing hot outside, but we're indoors in the nice, cool air conditioning from the HCCTV studios. Well, something like that. Anyway, good to have you with us on this Friday show. My co-host, Randy Ramsey, is joining us right now. Randy, always good to see you on a Friday.
Always happy to see you. It does mean it's Friday, our usual appointment time, so super exciting. Yes, folks, stay inside. The heat index is 117. It's like when I was living back in Kuwait.
It's crazy. Big plans this weekend?
Prep for next weekend, which is the Houston
Right,
Media Conference. So
right.
just getting those last minute details ironed out.
All that's happening. Yeah, a lot going on. Should be a nice weekend though. But
Hmm.
yeah, so stay indoors if you can. We've got a great show for you in the next half hour. It is Film Friday as well. But Randy, we also have our show live on Facebook and YouTube, 10 a.m. most Mondays through Fridays when HCC is in session. But they can always watch us anytime in social media, and we're also on our cable channel too.
That's right. We're on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. So if you miss us on a Friday morning, you can always catch us later. And we're always
Okay,
on Facebook and Twitter and all the things.
it's not Twitter anymore. It's X.
I
X.
refuse to call it X because I think it's stupid.
It's X. It's X. No, it's X. Anyway, yeah. So good to have you with us on the show. It's Film Friday, and Randy, you're going to be talking with this next person, Orlando Briones. He's a Houston filmmaker who'll be appearing at the upcoming Houston Media Conference. Orlando, welcome back to the show. Good to see you. I think your mic is.
Thanks.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, good to see you.
thanks.
So
I
you've got a
appreciate it.
big. You're going to be at the conference next weekend, correct?
Correct. Yes, we'll be at the Houston Media Conference, and yeah, pretty excited about it to see all the production people get together and show up and have fun and discuss some cool things that we have going on and teaching when we can. So, pretty excited.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing all about it. Randy's going to be with you in about 10 minutes. But first, we're spotlighting one of our programs here at HCC. In fact, over at Coleman College, the Medical Assistant Program. Cynthia Lundgren joining us. She is the director of the Medical Assistant Program for Coleman College for Health Sciences. Welcome back, Cindy. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you so much for having me again.
Okay, medical assistants, very broad term. What is the nature of their work? And is it a very wide range of things that they do?
Well, the medical assistant is the one that will greet you when you go to the doctor's office. They're also the ones that will prepare the patient for any type of physical examination. They will be doing some of the administrative work, the clinical work. They will perform the injections. They will perform the EKGs. They will draw blood. They'll be the ones that will be putting the information into the electronic medical record, verifying insurance, processing the insurance, doing the accounts payable, accounts receivable, inventory, pretty much like the jack of all trades within that particular office. And they have to know a lot of different skills, a lot of hands-on skills, and be able to be a people person. You know, customer service is a big thing. So, you know, your patient is your customer. So they have to
Right.
be able to know how to do that.
It sounds like a wide range of duties that they're learning in this program. How long is the program? And I imagine you do this in cohorts, correct?
The program can be completed in a year, sometimes maybe 4 semesters. But yes, we do take 2 cohorts a year, one in the fall and one in the spring. And the students can choose to take courses that are online on a schedule. We have hybrid classes. And then they're also being able to get that work-life balance because it's flexible as far as their schedules are concerned.
And tell us about the courses that are offered in the medical assistant program.
The courses that we teach pharmacology and administration of medications. We teach anatomy, physiology, medical terminology, law and ethics, medical insurance. We also teach medical assisting laboratory procedures. This is a course in which they really learn whether or not the medical field is for them because they learn how to collect specimens, urine, blood, nasal swabs, throat swabs, and also being able to perform tests on them, CLIA wave tests, and that assists the provider in making those diagnoses and then also treating the patient. The other course is the clinical procedures, and this is where the medical assistant will learn how to room patients, take vital signs, being able to put the patient in different positions, prepare for any type of physical examination, know how to set up a sterile field, autoclaving sterilization of instruments, and performing EKGs. It's a lot of information that they have to know as far as that the processes are in the clinical side of the medical office.
You mentioned at the top about the students working in possibly doctors' offices, but I would imagine there are a wide range of places where the graduates can find employment.
Definitely. You know, as many areas of medicine that there are out there, so will the medical assistant find employment. And that could be in dermatology, cardiology, bariatrics, internal medicine, pediatrics, family medicine. We even have some of our students that are going into research facilities. They are also going into weight loss clinics. And some of the students are also in schools, like in being the clinical assistant in some of the high schools and elementary schools. So there are a number of different places where medical assistants can find their niche.
Well, that was going to be my next question because my late wife worked for HISD. She was a nurse who worked in schools. And I would imagine the graduates now, they are needed. Do private companies, I know like this is going to date me here, but I had a friend who was a nurse for Enron, if you remember that. She
Right.
worked at Enron headquarters. Are companies still hiring people like medical assistants and nurses to work on site when they have large companies?
Right. And those are clinics. So anywhere there is a clinic, a medical assistant can go in and work there. They work under the supervision of a provider, could be a nurse practitioner, physician's assistant, an MD, a DO. Any of those particular providers, a medical assistant can work. And so that would be a clinic on site. Certainly they would be working there. We also work with the larger institutions. Here in the Texas Medical Center, we are also working in partnership with the UT. We have Baylor College of Medicine. We also working with some other entities like Village MD. And then there are so many private physicians that our students are able to find their work. And most of the students find their employment at their practicum site. This is where they do their external learning experience so that the clinical site can determine whether or not that student is going to be a good fit for them. And it's kind of like a try before you buy, as far as knowing whether or not this is a good student for them to hire.
What is the job market like and what is the earning potential?
The job market is really excellent, especially here in the Gulf Coast area and in and around the Houston metropolitan area. We have a career hub that we ask our students to go ahead and post their resumes there through HCC. We also field phone calls from numerous providers that are looking for graduates from our Houston Community College Medical Assistant program. And the students are able to, be out there in the field, and they're able to go ahead and get most of their positions by those clinical sites where they have been doing their externship.
What is
And
also, I know you guys are located in the heart of the Texas Medical Center. Other than that, what's unique about Coleman's program?
I say the one of the unique things would be that we have faculty who have been on staff with our medical assistant program for a while. Some of them are also graduates from our own program. They have years of knowledge in the field of medical assisting. And then also, being that we are in the Texas Medical Center, we're the only medical assistant program that's in the Texas Medical Center. So, people from around the world come here for their health care.
Yeah.
And so why not come here for the training? We also have 3 different locations where we're able to serve our students. We have a lab at the Missouri City campus. We have a lab at the Alief campus. And of course, the Coleman campus has, we call it the mothership. But now we're also going to be offering pre-health science classes at the Midtown Coleman location as well. So the students have a variety of locations. They have a variety of way the courses are delivered in the program, and they're able to get that work-life balance in. And we think that we have a very flexible schedule for our students to work.
Those students at the Midtown location are going to be in the same location where HCCTV is. They've been really sprucing the place up, getting ready for the semester. So we're all excited about that. Cynthia Lundgren is the director of the medical assistant program at Coleman College for Health Sciences. As always, we appreciate you being here, and we look forward to seeing you again.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cindy. We'll have all your information in our social media posts right after this show is over. Okay, we're going to take a short commercial break. Randy's going to return on the flip side and talk about Interview Orlando regarding cinematography in Houston. What's happening? All that and more in 60 seconds when we return.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back. We're so excited to have Orlando Briones here with us for Film Friday. Orlando is a Houston filmmaker known for his cinematography in a wide range of genres: narrative, documentary, commercial. If there is anything in film that needs doing, Orlando can do it. Welcome back to the show, Orlando. It's good to have you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
First, I want to talk about some of your narrative films, especially your latest, Fight Boy, which is so fun. So for the folks who haven't seen it, tell us all about it.
Well, Fight Boy is a film that my brother and I, we wrote and we put together. We decided to make a film. Well, first off, we thought about making a short film and slowly branched it out to being a feature-length film that hits right around 75 minutes. It's currently on Tubi, and what's cool about this film is that it's based off of a Reddit post that we saw a long time ago about this guy getting beat up. And then in the Reddit post, you see the next post where he goes and he fights these the 5 guys that jumped him. He goes one by one to each one of their houses, and he fights them one-on-one, kind of like as a revenge scheme. So we decided to make a storyline to this, and we put the backdrop of Houston. So pretty much it's about a dad that his son sees a TikTok video of him getting beat up when he was in high school, and he goes back and fights his high school bullies. And it's pretty fun because he's kind of a Scott Pilgriming it, going into different phases. And you get five cool fights. But it is a comedy too, so we designed it in a way that people will enjoy it and laugh at. And there's so many things that kind of relate to people, to Houston, and it relates to how we grew up. We're predominantly Hispanic. Hispanics growing in a Black neighborhood. I grew up in Acres Home, and so it was really crazy to grow up that way, being super Mexican because of our families are real Mexican, but also dealing with the clash of the culture of growing up in like the African American culture, and so this is a kind of like an ode to that. So there's Spanish and all that. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think it's a really relatable story for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But you've done a lot just in the last year. So you've got a lot of commercial work, and you particularly enjoy shooting in Houston, right?
Yeah, I love Houston because it's so easy to shoot here. We do have permits, or we do have some permitting in certain areas, but you can literally shut down a highway if you want to here. Where if you would try to do this in LA or anywhere else, I mean, the ability to do that is almost, it's really hard. You have to spend a lot of money, and it's really cool because Houston, even HPD, everyone else, the city of Houston is very, very lenient on allowing us to film or to be able to do some really cool projects here. So, and there's also we filmed on roads, we filmed on in different locations. People, they want to be on camera. If you're in another city, they would automatically say, "Oh, what project is this? Here's $10,000. Like, pay us $10,000 to use our location." Here, people are like, "No, we want advertising. We want this." So it's really cool to be able to walk around. Fight Boy was one that we're able to get every location for free, every single location for free.
Well, I think it's important that people know that Houston is super film friendly and that they really want the work here. Now, I was super excited that you were able to be at the media conference this year because last year you were filming, so you weren't there. But the Houston Media Conference, which I'm just going to plug Swamp and Houston Cinema Art Society because we're the ones that organize it, is next weekend. And you're going to be there all weekend. So tell us how you're involved and what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm involved by doing a couple things. One, we're going to have a vendor booth there the whole time. We're going to bring a lot of cool gear. Cameras from the Arri brand, Red brand, Sony brand will be there. We have Dizio Film sending us a really cool lens set, one of their like new lens sets that's kind of hard to get. We'll have it there so people can test them and check them out. We have a couple other items from companies like Port Keys and Hollyland who are sending equipment so people can check out. So that's one of the things that will be there the whole time. But then also we're doing a workshop panel. We're doing a workshop where I'm kind of showing people how the documentary or even the idea of lighting interviews with the purpose. So why do you film, a certain project a certain way, and I think that's a big thing because I've done a lot of like true crime docs where we film it one way, and then we've done pharmaceutical ads where they're interview style and they cannot look the same, and
it doesn't want to look like, yay, take this pill and then you'll murder your friend.
And then you'll murder. Yeah, exactly. And then we're also gonna I have some really good friends, Brandon Washington and Gilbert Sosa, Gilberto Gaio Sosa, who's coming in to speak about the social media presence. These are guys that I knew when they had 0 followers on the internet, and now they all, they've had 1 million YouTube subscribers, and so Gilbert has 750,000 followers on Instagram. I mean, just insane. My presence is small, but mine is a very niche market, and they've been able to kind of crack the code on being able to utilize their social media as filmmakers, and I think that's super important in today because it goes hand in hand with, if you're trying to make a business out of being a filmmaker, then you should probably pass by and listen.
Absolutely. I think that is the social media aspect of any industry is important. And that's why we did a lot of programming about it. And we're so excited. But I want to hear, before we wrap up, I want to hear about South Africa. You just recently got back from a project in South Africa. So jealous.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so I did a project for that should be coming out in the next in November. It's a 4-part docuseries for Mack. I can't really say the title or what it's about, but it's based in Texas. And what was super interesting is that we did all the reenactments in South Africa for Texas, which is insane. And it tells a lot to we're able to find a lot of people that look like Texans and could wear cowboy hats and all kinds of stuff. So it was super interesting. It goes to show that Houston does need to be a little bit more competitive because we try to price to bring the whole project here to Houston, and they decided to go to South Africa. Now South Africa is beautiful. We were in Cape Town. It's really awesome to film there, but I mean, when does it look like Texas, right? So it's one of those things. It's one of those things that was really cool to do. It's a whole new experience. I think when we're there, we're asking the South Africans if they've ever met a Mexican before, and most of them were like, no. But they were really, really cool people. It was awesome. We got to film for, I think we were there for 21 days doing production, and I'm really, really excited to have that come out on the new big screen, right, on Mack. But it was great. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Right after that, I went to South France, shot a documentary, a really cool documentary on on one of Brad Pitt's guys that I don't know. It was weird. I never know where I'm going next. But I'm excited that I always get a unique opportunity to shoot cool stuff, and that's what we're looking for.
Well, I hope that with the work that we're doing, that you're doing, that we all continue to do, that the next time sorry for you, you won't get to go to South Africa, but you'll get
Yeah.
to stay home and sleep in your own bed at night. I mean, that's the goal
Cool.
of the conference and all of the work. And even having the classes that we have here at HCC, we're training great crew, and, with having contributors like you around willing to mentor students, I think that, fingers crossed, we'll get lucky and start moving some production here.
Yeah, I definitely have seen it. I mean, during COVID, we're able to be very competitive, and that was awesome because a lot of people shut down. We're able to we're able to find locations that were massive, and we can socially distance but do the whole project, and that was amazing. We brought in, I think, just in that time, we brought in close to $2 to $3 million through our production company and just work for Houston. We had about 80 Houstonians working during that time, and that was a rough time for everywhere else. So we are competitive, and there are other areas that people need to learn about, and I'd love to discuss it. And I hope that during the final closing panel that we have at the Houston Media Conference, I think we'll be able to hear all about it and think of different ways that makes us really, really strong and a contender for being able to bring a production, whether it's narrative or commercial, and any other.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time, Orlando, out of your super busy schedule. I'm super excited to see what's up next, and come back in November and tell us about this project once it's up on the big screen.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Orlando Briones, hometown filmmaker, all around great guy. You can catch him on social media. All his info is in our post at the end of the show. Coming up after a quick commercial break, Todd and I will return with some news and announcements.
When I grow up, I want to work at a school so I can be a teacher.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we've got a few announcements. Randy, classes start on Monday. Are you starting to instructing on Monday?
I do. I have my first class on Monday. Thank you for that reminder that my course shell is not complete, but really needs to be.
Yeah, well, I know that it's a big day for a lot of our students because a lot of them haven't registered yet. And if they haven't been able to do so on the website, maybe they want to speak with an advisor. Now's the time to do that. We've got fairs literally going on across the district.
That's right. Saturday, we are having an enrollment fair on the East Side campus to make it convenient for students to register and to talk to advisors. We know that not everybody's available during the week and schedules vary, and you can register to win a $500 scholarship and giveaways on Saturday on the East Side campus starting at 9 a.m. And check our post after the show for more info.
Okay, Mattress Mack, you know him, you love him. That's right. Saves you money, does all types of good things for the city. Well, he is also teaching classes here at HCC. The Mattress Mack School of Selling is now open. It's offering 6 virtual sessions that can take you individually or as a bulk summer session. Topics include listening, persistence, building a book of business, the ability to say no, and caring customer service. It's 11 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, August 13th through the 29th. Registration information, we'll have it in our post after the show. And we've also got automotive career fairs
That's right. HCC's upcoming fall automotive technicians and mechanics career fair is an opportunity to connect with employers who are needing talent in the form of jobs, co-ops, internships, and more. And that is Wednesday, 8 to 11 a.m., September 18th on the Northeast campus. Check our post after the show for more info.
Okay, maintaining a balance and earning a degree. HCC is helping students with their dream of earning a degree with the One Now program, which stands for Novel Online Way. Designed specifically for part-time students, they can take one class, only one class, every 5 weeks and begin their commitment to success and earn an associate's degree. Check our post after the show for more information on this. And as we mentioned, registration is happening right now, Randy.
That's right. Fall registration now open, but the classes are filling up. In fact, all of mine are full, so you can't get me as a teacher anymore. But you can get another great instructor. 5 ways to learn online, anytime, online on a schedule, a hybrid, which is both in-person and hybrid lab. To learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, check out hccs.edu.
Okay, weekend is upon us. On Monday, Mental Health Monday, we'll learn about the mission of Bridge Over Troubled Waters, Inc., and find out how HCC can help you be lighter on your feet with community learning dance classes, all that and more. So great show coming up Monday. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good weekend. I can feel it. It's going to be hot, but it'll be a nice weekend.
I'm looking forward to it, and I will see you next week. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, next Friday, I'll be here. All right. Thanks for being here, folks. We will see y'all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll check it out. We'll check you out at 10 a.m. Monday morning right here with Up to the Minute.